Miss Ida and Miss Norma. My name is Muhammad Zaid bin Anwar, and today I'll be presenting the first project for our ENBE, which is Experiencing and Discovering Project and Discovering Nature. So this first project we had to choose a site. We went to two sites, the Orchid Park and the KL Bird Park. So for this project, I am going to focus on the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park. Now, we chose two general topics, which is shapes and colors, but that was not enough. We went in depth and we chose aerodynamics for shapes and co-colors for colors. Now, I'll go into the first category, which is shapes, aerodynamics. Now, what is an aerodynamic shape? An aerodynamic shape is a shape that creates low drag and air resistance and creates an increase in thrust and lift. Now, what properties does a bird have that makes it aerodynamic? Now, I'll go into feathers. Now, feathers are smooth and soft. Now, the difference between a rough surface and a smooth surface is when air flows through a rough surface, it creates air tumbling through the collision of the air and the bumps or hills that's on the rough surface. Now, in comparison to the smooth surface, which is totally flat and smooth, there's smooth airflow. Now, another property that the bird has that's aerodynamic is the body. Now, birds have a teardrop body. Teardrop body is the curvature is facing forward and the edge is facing the back, which creates an easier airflow. Now, easier airflow, there's less air resistance. Now, in comparison to when the edge is in front and the curvature is in behind, the air tends to collide more with the body, and then it slows down the bird. Now, the advantages of an aerodynamic body is it helps the bird fly. I mean, if you have a lot of air resistance, you won't get yourself off the ground because there's too much air pulling you down. And it also helps the bird fly faster to catch prey or escape prey. Now, this is a video example of a bird flying with ease. An example to show the advantage of aerodynamics. Sorry. Yeah, it's a short video. The bird flew with ease, with no difficulty at all. Sorry. So, on to my next general topic, which is cold colors. Now, there's two spectrums of colors. There's warm and it's cold. Now, cold consists of green, dark green, blue, dark blue, whatever. Now, for the first animal, the first bird I will focus on is the peacock. The peacock has blue and green, a mixture of light blue and dark green. Now, these colors are used for mating purposes. Now, the peafowl will look at the majestic colors of the peacock and see which peacock has the biggest tail, the most colorful tail, and whichever peacock wins gets the peafowl. And another usage of these colors is to show greatness, to show other birds that the peacock is king, that hence the crown on the peacock. Now, why is the peacock blue and not like red or yellow? It's because of the pigments on the peacock's feather, which we have pigments on our skin also. So when the light hits the pigments absorb light wavelengths and then changes colors to blue, which is warm colors, cold colors, sorry. Now, there's a comparison between the peacock and the parrot. See, the parrot has red, which is a warm color, but it also has green and blue. Now, in difference between the parrot and the peacock does not need bright colors for mating purposes. It's mainly used for camouflage, based on the environment. Parrots use their colors to camouflage themselves against predators. Now, there's the white parrot, there's the green parrot, the purple parrot, and then there's the blue. And so I'll move on to my 5 senses. Now, when we first went in, me and my group, the first thing we saw was there's a lot of trees, it was sunny, it was hot, it was bright. Hence, I just took a picture of a plant, which hence displays the brightness, I hope. So, another sense is hearing. When we went in, we heard the bird calls, we heard the waterfall, and we heard the chatter of a lot of people. Now I'll play some audio that will demonstrate some of the bird calls. That's the sound of it. Now, here's another one. You can hear the waterfall in the background also. And that's a very, very loud chicken. Now this is the waterfall. And you can hear also the people talking in the background. A lot of people. Now I'll move on to taste. Well, as you know, we can't just go into the KL Bird Park and start licking the birds as we please. So we could not taste the birds, but we could taste the bird food. Now, I think that's a papaya, because it tasted like a papaya, but it was sweet, the texture was soft, it was chewy, and which demonstrates the immaturity of the fruit. So technically, the fruit tak masak. Now, onto another sense is touch. We found a feather, and we touched it, and it was very smooth and soft, and well, just like an aerodynamic ship. And we felt, actually I got to hold a bird's beak without it biting me. It was very, very hard. The floor was slippery and it was very mossy. Now on to smell. As you know, there were monkeys around, so we smelled poo and smell of fresh water from the waterfall, and we smelled the fresh air. And that is all. Thank you.